What's going on, everybody? I'm Quest for Nostalgia. I'm a YouTube content creator and I stream variety games over on Twitch. I hate really long intros, so let's get into it. So this video is going to be about Persona 5 Royal. I just finished playing this game. It took me 147 hours to get through. I ended up getting the platinum, which was really interesting to me considering I've been really into the Final Fantasy, games, and I don't have a platinum in that, but I have a platinum in the first Persona that I got to play. I got the Persona 5 Royal Steelbook for I paid $5 for this after some trade-in of games that I got when I bought a used console, and I had coupons at the gaming store, and so I really only paid $5 for this and Ghost of Tsushima at the same time, and it's kind of the only reason I really snagged it, because I knew that it was something that I was interested in and it would be kind of cool to have something like this. I actually have Persona 5 Vanilla digitally on my PlayStation and could have just played that version, but everyone talked about how great the Royal version was. I'm here to tell you that I was not a fan of the Royal Edition at all. I really would have liked for the game to end at the Vanilla. My channel really isn't ever spoiler heavy at all. I try to keep things, spoiler free as possible, but this is about the third semester of, Persona 5. This is inherently endgame, and I'm still going to do my best to not give away everything if you are just watching this just to, see if you want to do the Royal version, or you may already have the, vanilla version. You're like, should I upgrade? But I'm going to try my best to keep it as least spoilers as possible, especially in the good comments of what things I liked will definitely be spoiler free. But when you start to get into the dislikes, definitely going to have more spoilers in there. So let's start with the good, right? I don't want you guys to go thinking that I'm just ragging on this thing the whole way through, blah, blah, blah. I hated the whole game. I didn't. I put 147 hours into this. So I definitely enjoyed the game. I enjoyed, Persona as a whole, and there was a lot of things that it did so well. One of my only compliments for the Royal, third semester edition there was that the palace was really fun. So that I can say throughout the whole game. I really enjoyed palaces in general. I thought that style of dungeon is so fun to do in this style JRPG, as opposed to usually being just a cave that kind of has a few branching paths. This really made me want to go hunt out will seeds and really explore the dungeon. So I had a great time with Persona as a whole, and that carried on into the third semester. I loved the design of the palace. Along with that palace design, in this one you find these videotapes that give you a glimpse more into the palace owner, and that there was awesome. I wish that the other palaces actually had stuff like that kind of gave you more insight about how the palace owner became so corrupted. But that's really all I liked about the third semester. There was nothing else that was really as enjoyable as just the palace itself. So now we're going to get into the negatives of this third semester and why I didn't enjoy it, why I wish it ended at Vanilla. Vanilla ended so strong and I had a great time. It was exciting, and going through there and seeing this giant boss battle at the end that just felt fun and good. I wish the credits rolled after that. But then now let's get into those things I disliked. Again, this is about to be spoilers because I can't think of a way to go through and explain the things I didn't like without it spoiling things. So I apologize for that. So the biggest thing about this one is that the palace owner isn't somebody that you hate, right? So this isn't a character that you have this real desire to go back and change their heart and do all these things. In the other ones, there were these terrible people, and in this one, it's a good guy who, he's taken his good values to the extreme, but overall, there's nothing in them that forces you to really not like them. These kids just don't want to live in a world where he's kind of in control of it. Along with that, near the end, it keeps giving you this ultimatum of, do you want to live in their reality or do you want to, change the reality back to what it should be without him being in control? And it's so of course you're going to choose to change the reality back to what it's supposed to be. Stop asking me this dumb question, because clearly I'm playing the third semester to do this. That's the whole point of the third semester. There's this weak explanation about why he has the power to go back and change the entire world and to change the metaverse, and how there's still a metaverse even though you had just destroyed the metaverse in the base game and then it kicks back up. And it was just so weak and just so dumb, and that it felt dumb because they had to sit you down. They take you to a room and have Justine and Caroline, who morph into another character, sit there and explain to you what's going on. It's come on, if you have to do that, like just sit down and say this is why it is, it just feels like you're trying to fix, you know, gaps in this, and it just felt dumb. On top of that, everything in the third semester is just ridiculously predictable. So it wastes so much of your time. When you start being able to play through the days after the event, then everybody's life has changed for the good, what they wish, right? Well, you know, every character has a dead sibling, a dead parent, something like that. So duh, of course their parent or sibling is going to be back to life. Like, of course, right? You know, Ryuji wants to run, you know, things like this. It's not unexpected. You get it. Well, it makes you go through each character one day after the other, seeing how life would be good for them in this reality. It's like, I already know exactly what's going to go. I'm going to go here and I'm going to see this. I'm going to go here and I'm going to see this parent alive. You know, so it's like such a waste of time. But then it continues, it gets worse. So after you'd go through that, right, and then you kind of start to get the free time, you're gonna go through and do the infiltration of the palace and start to do those normal palace, you know, schedule. But it gives you your free time here, and in that you're going to start to max out your confidence to level 11. So I already had everything maxed out, and so now it was just maxing my confidants and my party members up to level 11. Every one of those meetings with your confidants to level 11 was just them apologizing to why they were having so much fun living in this reality. Again, it's like, duh, like your mom is alive, your dad is alive, your friend, you know, isn't troubled. It's like, of course I see why you are enjoying this. Like, you don't have to apologize to me. Like, it doesn't make any sense, you know? So it wasted another 9 time slots just doing that. So in total, out of a 30, day palace here, you've wasted 18 days of just doing this random crap that is just so unbelievably predictable. So we've wasted all that time already, right? Well, by the time you're in that, royal extended third semester, my confidants were already all maxed out. I think the tower confidant was the only one that wasn't fully maxed, and he was at like rank 8. So 2 time slots I gave to him to rank him up to 10, and then, I had another like 12 days of nothing but doing the gym. Literally, I just go to the gym for 2 time slots a day for like another 12, 16 days, something just crazy, whereas like that's all there was to do, because you go to Mementos and you do Mementos maybe 1 or 2 days. I maxed out every quest in Mementos, and so it's like, all right, well, that's done. You do the infiltration and you do the palace, and then you kind of wait for the end of boss battle day, in February. And it was like nothing else. So it's so unbelievably boring. You had predictable encounters with your teammates, and then you had nothing to do because everything was maxed out, and so you just hit the gym all the time. It felt like it took all the wind out of the sails when you hit this really cool thing in vanilla, and then all of a sudden you're now into this, and it starts all the way back over, and then you're doing things that you already expected. I've heard that people love the third semester, that even Shin Megami Tensei fans who hate Persona 5 can all agree that, the third semester is the best part. I'm like, what? How? That doesn't make any sense. You have no motivation against the palace owner. You don't have any freedom to really do anything. It's just kind of on rails and just feels like it drags. And then even after you finish the palace and you finish the boss fight, it feels like it's a slow ending too. Like wrapping up and saying goodbye just felt so slow, and just like, again, like you had this really, even another fun boss battle. The boss battle was fun and it was a good fight, and seeing a lot of anime cutscenes is always something I really enjoy in that. When you do get a cutscene that is an anime style cutscene, I loved those. But it then, loses that momentum again as soon as you get out of it and you kind of finish things up. And my last part is, I think Persona 5 Vanilla is the way to go. The Persona 5 Royal, the additions to it made it really easy. There's a lot of features like that made things almost too simple. And then on top of that, it had to backpedal the story. Like, you got to this good ending in Vanilla where there was this big event, and then they backpedaled and started over. So I really don't enjoy the Royal third semester. Play Vanilla. If you have a PS5, it comes with Vanilla in that like 20 games bundle, so just stick with that. Don't listen to somebody who says, oh no, you need to play the Royal, don't even touch the Vanilla version. I say the opposite. I think you're gonna have a fantastic time. It's gonna be a shorter bit of time too, so it's not as huge of a time sink in there, even though you're only shaving off 20 to 30 hours of that. You'll finish in 110 hours, which is huge, but I think you're going to enjoy it so much more if you don't even worry about the Royal third semester. I know I'm going to get tons of hate in the comment about this probably, but I hope you guys can understand where my points are coming from and that I'm trying to, reach out and share my thoughts on these things. And I'd love to hear, what did you like about it? What did you love about the third semester? If you were one of the people who are a third semester fan and thought that it was so great, I am definitely open up to hear it and see if I can see, oh yeah, I can understand how that's going. So, try to keep the comments civil. If you do hate what I said about this, I understand. It's something that you put a lot of time into. I put 147 hours in the game myself, and so I can understand if you feel mad about what I'm saying, but these are my thoughts, and I feel like I've backed them. As always, like, comment, subscribe. It really helps this channel out, and thanks for watching. You guys are awesome, and expect more content from me. So love you guys. Peace.